Monk's Road. We've tried this before. They've got a couple different bourbons. They've got some gins, and these are the people over at Log Still Distillery who also do Rattle and Snap. But I have not tried this, the 5th District Series, Fingers Malloy. So
better than the 4th District, not as good as the 6th.
you are a ridiculous man. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy, and this is from the good people at Log Still Distillery. This is the Monk's Road 5th District Series coming in at 100 proof.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, applause for anything 100 proof or higher right there. It's a little light. It's a little more orange. It's a little more honey than it is amber or into those darker colors right there. Not a very viscous bourbon. It's not really sticking to the glass. We've got the Glencairn glasses out, right? It's got the foot, bows out, comes in, so you can really concentrate the nose there. Fingers, are you getting something off the nose as we talk about concentrating the nose? Fingers?
A nice bit of spice.
When you say a nice bit of spice, what do you mean?
Well, can you see what I mean?
Stings the nostrils. Yeah, it's definitely there.
A little bit of oak. A little bit.
Little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A touch of oak. And
yeah, the nose is a little bigger than I would have
boy, there's something else that's sweet there that I can't.
And I can't figure out if that's baking spice.
Yeah, what's that sweet aroma? It's not. I'm not.
See, if I say clove, I'm going to get yelled at. But it's kind of in that place for me.
Now, is it expired clove like in my
your
spice rack?
cabinet? Yeah, like there's clove in your spice rack, right there. No, it's a 6-year-old straight bourbon whiskey coming in at 100 proof. It's actually a nice nose. It's a nice piece.
The thing is, when you first stick your nose in it,
and there's a
that
little bit of
spice,
oak. You're right.
Yeah, that spice hits you right away. But then I don't know if you're just getting used to it because it's
well, you're working past it. You're fighting through it,
muscling through it, if you will.
It's not a bad nose at all. It's enjoyable. I mean, if you like big spice, but I can't figure out if that's baking spice. It's not a rye spice.
No, it's not a rye spice
by any stretch. So I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure where this takes us. The mash bill here is undisclosed, so I don't know what this meant. Mash bill, how much corn, how much barley, how much this, that, and the other.
Hold on, 56% corn.
You don't know the answer.
Oh, that's hurtful.
It's
but
fact.
I'm done sniffing.
He's done sniffing. Fingers Malloy, you ready for this?
Tony, I've been ready for this all year.
Fingers Malloy is going to take a sip, doing what's known as the Kentucky Chew, moving the juice around the palate, getting a feel for what it is. I'm a believer in the 2 sips theory. The first sip to set the taste buds. The second sip to really get an idea of the flavors here of this bourbon. This is the 5th District Series from the people at Monk's Road and people at Log Still Distillery, which it makes Monk's Road. They say toffee in that nose. I'm not so sure if I'm there on that.
So, orchard,
really,
caramel, oak, and boy, it's yes, beef bouillon. There's a little bit of that spice is there on the palate as well, but it's not a rye spice like you said. But I'm hesitant to call it a baking spice. But it just pops in your head. Spice.
Yeah, I'm going to go in and I'll tell you what's what.
Okay, please do. He's going in, ladies and gentlemen, and he is about to attempt what we call the Saginaw Swish, the Memphis Munch, the Chattanooga Chomp,
the Log Still Lick Clipper.
Wow.
Lip liquor. Lip liquor. If I can say it. Smooth. Oh, it's hotter than I thought. Oh, hey, how are you? How's your sister? Oh, that's got... Oh, hi. That,
really?
That has got...
Doesn't play like 100
got
proof.
some heat. That plays bigger than 100 proof.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, hold on. I'm going back in.
Oh, good for you. He does it for Eat, Drink, Smoke Nation, ladies and gentlemen. going in for a second swig.
Okay.
You put that down rather harshly.
First things first. That's a lot of spice. That is a lot of spice. That's not pepper. That is, there's heat, there's cinnamon. That is full resting heat in the center chest. Not even expanding, just center chest and moving it down from there. Secondly, that is a flavorful spice. That is, the people from Log Still declare that as like clove, nutmeg, and allspice. And it's funny, I said clove on the nose, so look at me. The allspice one is really interesting. You said orchard. I think there's a fruit that's coming out in the finish. I don't know if I would necessarily be orchard there. I wonder if that spice in the palate is a rye spice, because it really does hit.
You know what it reminds me of a little bit? We reviewed something. Rattle and Snap.
Yeah, same people.
Oh.
Same people.
There you go. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit on the finish.
But if I remember correctly, this is a way smoother product. This is 6 years, so this has had a chance to do some good aging there. There's a fullness that is missing. The finish comes off a little thin. There's a fullness that I'd love to feel in the cheek. There's more oak that I'd like to see present, although it is there for sure.
That heat you're talking about, it actually settled down for me lower than...
I said working all the way down,
yeah,
right?
And it settled right there. I didn't have the heat so much. Really, there was a little sting on the tongue. Not really in the upper or center chest, but something, it like settled like right here. If you can get that on mic, right there.
Right, and everybody knows where that is on the body. This is Monk Road. This is the 5th District Series, coming in at 100 proof. There's flavor there. There's absolutely flavor there. I think that finish is a little thin, but I think there's the spice doesn't last, right? The spice hits, but it's not ever present. It dissipates. Fingers Malloy, I have found 2 different prices for this, so I will average it out.
Okay.
Is this in your liquor cabinet for $88? I found it for $74.99. I found it for $99.99.
I was hoping you were going to say $39.99.
Yeah, that's a high price point. That's a really high price point. I do think that there's something good going on here. I like this far more than I like the Rattle and Snap. There's a lot of movement happening here. I don't think it's moving through all the flavors that I want. I'm not in for $99. I'm not in for $74.99, or actually $79.99. So let's just call it $90. $90. I don't know. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an emergency Eat, Drink, Smoke alert.
We don't have those very often.
I don't think we've ever had one before.
Brand new.
Do we have any emergency Eat, Drink, Smoke alerts?
It's an Eat, Drink, Smoke emergency alert. Yeah.
Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. And this is the headline. Couldn't make this up if I wanted to. Recall alert. Radioactive shrimp recall expands.
Radioactive.
The story from WSB TV in Atlanta. The Food and Drug Administration announced that Aquastar, which is based in Seattle, has recalled 3 varieties of shrimp that may be contaminated with cesium-137. Now you say to me, hey, Tony, what is cesium-137? I'm so glad you asked. It's not as strong as cesium-136. I knew what you were going to say, Fingers. I've been here. It's a radioactive isotope of cesium that is formed, I think I'm pronouncing that right, that's formed as one of the more common fission products by the nuclear fission of uranium-235 and other fissionable isotopes in nuclear reactors and nuclear weapons.
That's good eating.
What?
Wow.
How? By the way, Kroger raw colossal easy peel shrimp, Kroger Mercado cooked medium peel tail off shrimp, Aquastar raw peel tail on shrimp. 85,184 bags in all. Baker's City Market, Dillon's Food for Less, Foods Co., Fred Meyer Fries, Gerbis, JC, King Supers, Kroger, Mariano's, Metro Mart, Payless Supermarkets, Pick and Save, Ralph's, Smith's, and QFC, including Alaska, Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado. We're in all these states. Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, Oregon. Why not just say all the states?
Yes.
South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. It's at times like these when you're hearing about shrimp that have some kind of radioactive isotope that it's a good time to think about becoming Jewish. Is that not it? And then you see college campuses, you're like, maybe not. Maybe just was that too much? I think that was right on. That is, you want to send your emails, send them to rabbifingers@eatdrinksmokeshow.com.
See, I never worry about this because I always run a Geiger counter over all the shrimp that I purchase.
God, that's so good. I had to think about that for a minute. I want to know how it happens. It was found in shipping containers. Oh, okay. It was found in shipping containers and frozen shrimp processed by this one group. No illnesses have been reported, and any shrimp that have tested positive for CS-137 or was alerted for the radioactive isotope have not been entered into the U.S. commerce. It was in the shipping container, and then it got into the shrimp? Is that how it works?
Well, as you know, Tony, shrimp absorbs things much like an onion. And when you have radioactive material around shrimp, it just soaks it all right in.
And Fingers would know because he's seen Oppenheimer 3 times.
3 times? Is that a movie?
Yeah. Oh, I saw Barbie.
Yeah. I saw Oppenheimer the musical.
It's gonna blow! It's gonna blow! Yeah. Good Lord. Wow. Wow, man. Oh, wow, look, I just got my ticket to hell. Just arrived in my email.
But we have done, we've been doing this show for like 7 years now.
Whatever it is.
And we have done
feels like yesterday.
Dozens of stories over the years about recalls. This is the first regarding radioactive material. This is insane. I can't think of anything that has been close to this story.
I've never heard of anything like this. And I've asked before, are we seeing more recalls than ever before? Like is this happening more often? Have we gotten better at being able to find issues? And if we have gotten better, how much crap have we eaten over the last years? How is any American still alive?
Wow. I will say this. I do feel like because we started doing Eat, Drink, Smoke 7 years ago that maybe we're paying attention to these recalls a little bit more than we didn't. I mean, I wasn't getting up in the morning searching for recall stories.
I stay up late at night.
Do you? Everybody has to have a hobby. Mine's origami.
Is it?
Yes.
Do you know what origami is?
Yeah, you make little pterodactyls and stuff with paper. It's fun.
He knew, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I knew because I saw it on a Little Caesars commercial in 1980.
A second headline, almost as crazy as the first. Hershey beats lawsuit claiming Reese's Halloween candies aren't spooky. What the hell?
Finally, holding these corporate monsters accountable.
So Hershey's got sued. A lawsuit claiming they misled customers who were disappointed the Halloween-themed Reese's peanut butter candies they bought lacked the decorative details shown on the labels. What?
Apparently, this is a first for people. they got a product that they purchased and it didn't look exactly like the photo.
Like every time you eat at McDonald's. I've seen the picture of the Egg McMuffin that they have. I still have not achieved that level of perfection. I still eat it. I still love it. But no.
I'm still craving the McDLT that I was supposed to get from the photo.
Right? When Jason Alexander was singing to you?
The hot side hot and the cold side cold.
You know that's George. From those commercials, that's Jason Alexander. Why they picked him, I don't know. Was he the everyman they were going for?
I think he looked like the kind of guy that likes a burger.
But not just any burger.
No, it's got to be a McDLT.
Right.
If you remember correctly, McDLT came in a big styrofoam container.
Right. It was like a separated coffin, like if you were gonna bury twins. Wow. Show went dark. And so it had lettuce and tomato on one side and the burger on the other side, and then you took the lettuce and tomato and you put it on the burger, and then you're like, "Ooh, it's cool and hot all at the same time." It's like eating a Hot Pocket. It was the precursor to the Hot Pocket.
That's true, but unfortunately, what customers realized was by the time they got it home, the hot side was cold and the cold side was warm.
The struggle. Put simply, plaintiffs do not allege that the products were unfit for consumption, did not taste as plaintiffs expected, or otherwise were so flawed as to render them worthless. That, says the judge, because you didn't suffer any economic harm because of some carvings that were not as intricate as you thought. Because when I buy chocolate, I buy it for the artwork.
Yes. Well, the lawyer for the plaintiffs, I believe his name is Lionel Hutz, called the ruling procedural and said
That's a Simpsons reference, people.
Said his clients will review their next steps.
The next step is to go home and eat your weight in chocolate. And remember, that's why you're single. That's your next step.
This is all going straight to my thighs.
Good Lord. Next steps. They sued for this.
$5 million.
I got a woman trying to scam Graceland away from people for $3.8 million and suing over chocolate not looking jack-o'-lantern enough.
God bless America.
I'm not trying hard enough. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. Eat, Drink, Smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That is Fingers Malloy. You find everything at eatdrinksmokeshow.com and get the podcast wherever it is you like to get your podcast. Just search for Eat, Drink, Smoke. Download, subscribe. Give it 18 3/4 stars.
Can you do that?
Yep. Star search rules.
Oh, nice.
That's how it works. We are smoking from Padron, the 1964 anniversary series, the Diplomatico Natural 7x50 into the second third of the cigar with that Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan throughout. I love the cigar. I think the cigar is fantastic. I think the flavor of the cigar, the richness of the cigar, that bit of white pepper spice that continues throughout, it's just absolutely wonderful. $17.40 a stick is where I can find it at, and the answer is yes, all day, no question. I think it's an absolutely just a wonderful, wonderful stick to have in the humidor once a week, once a month, every day. I'm not here to judge, but this is an excellent cigar.
The 50 ring gauge is usually a little bit smaller than I like, but the fact that it's a box press, it just feels absolutely perfect in the hand.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And we are drinking, this is from Monk Road, is what we're drinking right here, from Log Still Distillery. It's called Monk's Road, and this is their 5th District Series, coming in at 100 proof. Fingers Malloy has added a little water to his. We got some oak out of here. We got some spice out of here that kind of sat very, very low. Really top of the stomach is where that heat sat. There was a lot of spice. Was it a rye spice finish? Is it an allspice? How would you describe it? Fingers got some orchard out of it. I'm going to bring it to a cube as I do right there. I did it. That's it.
And you have a cube this time.
I do have a cube in there this time. It's in there at my beautiful rocks glass. This is pure crystal, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, very
pure
nice.
Crystal.
Oh, it's from Crystalia.
That's where it's from. I'm going in.
It's going in, ladies and gentlemen. He is drinking from his lovely crystal glass, and I don't think he's happy.
No, that's better.
Oh, it is better.
It's.
Oh, he's going to pay $80 a bottle for this.
I'm not. That's the problem. I'm not. So what ice does, what water does, right? It's the only thing that can bring down proof. And sometimes it'll open up your bourbon. Well, it can open up your bourbon, but sometimes it makes flavors more pronounced, brings other flavors and makes them more muted. There is more smoothness now with the cube. But that heat, that spice, especially on the finish, man, is it there? It's like I'm fire breathing right now. It's happening. It's almost like a rye spice, and I don't know the mash bill of this. That is some unique heat and some unique flavors, some baking spice kind of things going on. Again, it did make it more rich. It did make it more luscious with the cube. I just feel the whole thing is a bit thin. And there's not enough filling the cheek. There's not enough filling the palate to make me say, for on average $90, that this is a $90 bourbon. But I'm surprised with how much more I like it than I thought I was going to. How much better it is that there is a lot of action with this bourbon, because there's a lot of action. You said orchard. I think it got a little fruitier with the cube on it. But with that spice kind of note happening and the oak that is there, this might be someone's cup of tea. Fingers Malloy is going in. He added a little bit of water to his right there. Get an idea of whether or not that opening up changed any kind of of his feel of the flavors of this bourbon from Monk's Road Log Still Distillery, the 5th District Series, coming in at 100 proof.
Everything was there that I said before. It brought out a little bit more of the spice. This is what I would say. This is all about a value conversation. Yeah. And when you're getting into $80, $90 a bottle, for me, my recommendation is you should probably try this. If you see it at your favorite lounge, get a pour, see what you think. Maybe you're a money shmoney kind of guy and you're like, $90, it's something different.
Money is nothing, see?
See? So, if that's you, then by all means go for it. I don't think it's disappointing. I rather enjoy this. But at $90, it's probably not something that would be in my liquor cabinet. But if I was out for the night and I wanted something different, and I saw that this was on their top, I don't know if you want to call it top shelf, at $90 a bottle.
And that's just it. It's an interesting bourbon, and I would recommend trying it. It's just that at the price, I think of things that we've done at $35. Yeah. I think of the rum last week, the Baku rum that I'm still talking about. The Baku 12-year at $30, and I'm saying, where's my money going? Where am I placing it now? And that's just it. But if you dig like that spice world and the unique spice world, you're trying this. You are indeed trying this from Log Still Distillery, the Monk's Road 5th District Series. It's time, Fingers Malloy, for News of the Week.
From the New York Post, Tony, nearly 1 in 3 parents have discovered their child has made an online purchase without permission, with kids' most expensive unapproved shopping sprees costing families about $170 on average.
I don't understand. What do you mean
they're getting on a phone, they're getting on a computer, and they're making purchases without their parents' permission?
Thinking that their parents won't find out, or that they didn't know they were making the purchase?
I think it's in the moment. They're not thinking at all. They're just making a purchase, hoping maybe they won't get caught.
So these are 9-year-olds?
It's just said that they're child. It says that according to a national representative survey of 2,000 parents with children 18 and under, so it could be a 9-year-old, but it could be a 17-year-old, 31% said their kids have made digital purchases without permission. The cost was much higher for some. Nearly 1 in 5 parents reported their child's spending spree exceeding $300.
So you, as a parent, left the ability to purchase the game because a credit card number had to be put in. You did that?
I think what happens a lot of times, you've got your computer set up, right? Family computer. It's logged into, say, Amazon. All your information's right there.
Oh, is that the kind of purchase? Not like a gaming purchase?
It said that while some of these unapproved purchases were things like video games and fashion, some kids went for bigger ticket items, including computers, smartphones, smartwatches, and cameras. So sure, some of these were video game purchases, but others, I mean, you just look, computers, smartphones, smartwatches, camera. If you're on Amazon, you're logged in. It doesn't take much brain power, especially for like a 13, 14-year-old to just, point, click, oh, cool, 2-day delivery. Here we go. And consequences, schmonsequences.
See,
I'm going to have a computer. Dad'll let me have it.
If it's your 9-year-old, you could almost argue it's a mistake. If it's your 14-year-old, the punishment has to last for 3 weeks. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and they figure you're not going to notice, or you're not going to mind, or you're not going to take it back, or they can just throw such a fit that you'll be like, fine, whatever, which never happened. I never did that. No fit was ever going to work.
Here's the other thing, too, is I wonder how many of these purchases are made and the parent rolls their eyes. My daughter tells me all the time about going to the mall and, this is with permission. The kid, the friend has the parent's credit card and just goes nuts. If you are that type of parent that lets your kid do that.
Bad parent. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Crappy parent. Ooh, they're just, sorry. The bourbon got a little stuck right there.
If you're the type of parent that lets them do that, they probably feel like they have license to go ahead and make these purchases without asking online.
That's crazed. That's just crazed.
I can't imagine.
Then again, I'm a guy who didn't let my kids on social media until they were like adults. No. Now it has a little bit to do with what I do for a living, and I didn't want any of that, right?
Yeah.
We had reasons, but didn't allow it. Hey, Dad, I'm older now. Is it okay? No, it's not okay. But I'm missing out on, you'll live. Now, go mow the lawn. I don't need to hear about your problems.
And next thing you know, they get on Amazon and buy a smartwatch without asking you.
No, that also didn't happen. We don't do smartwatches here. We do better. Keep it here. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Follow Eat, Drink, Smoke on social media. On Twitter, @Go Eat, Drink, Smoke. On Facebook, facebook.com/Eat, Drink, Smoke. And Instagram, @Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast. Hey, you made it all the way through to the end of this video. We're proud of you.
You should watch more of our videos. Make sure you subscribe right there to Eat, Drink, Smoke, wherever it is you get your videos, on YouTube, on Rumble, and don't forget Instagram, Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast, where we've got the shorts and some very cool things going on.